Welcome back in the kitchen with Chef Ricardo cooking program. We're back in the kitchen again, guys. Today I'm going to show you how you can make yourself a quiche from scratch, even making the pastry, everything from scratch to finish. Guys, hopefully you will enjoy the recipe. Please leave your comments, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching Chef Ricardo cooking program. We got a lot more recipe coming out for you. We're going to make the volume 2 of the meat quiche. This is a vegetarian quiche and hopefully you will like it. Leave your comments. If any question, please ask. Go on my website and you see the recipe at chefricardo.co.uk. If you don't see the recipe, it will coming up very soon. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the cooking program. Bye-bye. Nice and lovely. So today we're going to make you a nice, lovely quiche. It's going to be a vegetarian quiche. No meat in this one today. But next time I'm going to do a bacon and cheese quiche. So today we're going to do you vegetarian quiche. So basically to make the pastry, this is where it starts from. Right on side of this bowl I have 2 cups of plain flour. And I'm going to put another half of plain flour inside of it. So I have 2.5 cups of plain flour. That's the first thing you need to do. Second thing, I have a glass of water right here. As you can see, I put some ice in it just to make it very chill. We're not going to use the whole glass of water. Inside of this bowl right here, I have 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to pour it straight inside of it like this. The next thing, use a wooden spoon and basically combine the salt and the flour together. If you're making a sweet pastry, you could add a teaspoon of sugar inside of it, but we're not making sweet pastry. We're just going to make pastry for a quiche today. Lovely. Next thing, I have 1 cup of butter, but I have it into the bowl, but it's a cup of unsalted butter. It is good to use good butter, guys. You could use 2 sticks of butter, but this is 1 cup of butter, which you can make it easy for you if you're at home and you want to make yourself some pastry like what I'm gonna do now. All you need to do is just measure out a cup of butter, 2.5 cups of plain flour, and a teaspoon of salt to make this lovely pastry. So basically, I'm gonna just take my little time and break off piece of the butter inside of the pastry because I'm using some good butter. As you can see, take a little time and break it off inside of the flour. And please guys, make your butter really cold. If you don't cold enough, you could pop it in the freezer for a couple minutes just to get it cool enough. Lovely. So that's the butter. So basically take a little time and work the flour and the butter together just like this. Then if not, you could use a hand and simple. If you got a mixer at your home, you could do that with your mixer. So as I can see, so what I'm gonna do now is simple. Use my spoon and simple basically tip a little bit of cold ice water inside of it. You don't want to put too much because you don't want your dough to be sticky. A little bit more. Nice one. So I don't need any more of that ice water. So I just use roughly 2.5 teaspoon of water, as you can see, just a little pinch. Nice one. So put my dough on the work surface like this. and basically cut into half. As you can see, this is the way the dough feel, really lovely and nice. Then get a piece of a clean film and make sure you seal it really good. Nice one. So this is the best way to do it, and then you're gonna put it in your fridge for roughly 1 hour. So we're gonna do the next one just like this. Nice one. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna put this in the fridge for 2 hours for it to get rest. And after 2 hours, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take them out and basically make yourself a nice, lovely pastry. So guys, hopefully you will enjoy the recipe and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And today we're gonna make you a vegetarian quiche. Nice one. So basically, right here I have a frying pan on the stove. I'm just gonna saute off half of a white onion and half of a mixed pepper. Because a vegetarian quiche, you can put any kind of veg you do like in your own if you're doing it at home. But so far I'm gonna put a teaspoon of oil, not too much oil, inside of the frying pan. The frying pan is on the stove probably about a minute now. Lovely. So as you can see, these are the veg. I got mixed peppers and white onion. You can add red onion if you do like. You can add any kind of veg if you do like, if you want to add some plum tomato inside of it. But I'm just quickly showing you how you can make yourself a nice lovely piece of veg. Little pepper. Nice one. So now this is finished. Basically you can roast off these inside of the oven if you do like, but I'm just taking off these very quickly. Nice one. So this is finished now. I'm gonna turn off my stove and put this at the side to be cooling down for the next good 15 minutes. Nice one. So now we're gonna make up the mixture for the egg mixture. So basically, first thing what you need to do is to make sure you got some good eggs at home before you start to do your mixture for your egg. So basically, this is my little bowl for my egg. Lovely. That's one egg. Egg is perfectly. And I checked my egg them already, so they are fine. Nice one. This is lovely fresh egg. That's 2 eggs. Three eggs. Right here we're gonna use 4 eggs inside of it with half cups of milk, whole of milk. If you got some cream, you can put some cream inside of it, but at the moment I don't have any cream, so I'm just gonna use what I have. Give it a whistle like this. So you can put a little pinch of pepper, coarse pepper inside of it. If you go to the shop and you want to find out what is coarse pepper, just tell them you want a rough pepper, not the smooth one. The final one, not the table pepper, you want So as you can see, nice one. So now I'm gonna put back this in my fridge for the next 10 minutes. Lovely. Nice one. So right, this is my tray which I'm gonna use to bake my quiche in. But basically what I did, I cut out a piece of a greaseproof paper like this, just to measure it and cut it around. You don't have to do that, you know, I'm just trying this way, just make life a little bit more easier. So basically, oh, my pastry is ready. It's roughly 2 hours now since I have it in my fridge, and I'm just gonna take it out of my fridge now. So basically, before I take it out of my fridge, make sure you got a rolling pin, guys. It's very important. Basically, put a little bit of flour on the surface like this. That's one of the key things you need to do. Take my dough from the clean flame. Second thing, make sure put a little flour on your rolling pin like this. Little flour on the dough. Put the dough like this. Take a little time. You don't need to kill and pressure yourself. Little time and roll the dough like this. There's no need to be pressuring yourself when you're making such a dough like this, guys. Spin it over to the other side. Very easy. So that's the measurement of my ball and the measurement of the greaseproof paper. So as you can see, this is where it stands. Lovely and nice. Might just come out a little bit more with the dough. So the best way how to get your dough nicely, roll it up like this. Just to show you one more time again, guys. Put your dough up on the rolling pin and roll it up just like this. Make sure your surface is very clear, eh? Get your ball and simple. Put it over like that. If a little bit come off, simple. Put it over just like this. Nice one. As you can see, very easy, simple recipe to make, and you can do this at home. So as you can see, this is the excess dough on the outside. You need to remove it by using a knife. Be careful when you're using a knife, guys. Please don't cut yourself. That's the excess dough on the outside of the dough. Second thing, preheat your oven first, and I am gas mark 5 or 6 is really good. So you don't need to go in the shop and buy the pastry to make your dough, guys, as you can see. So basically what you're gonna do now is use your finger and squeeze in the edges like this. Some people do a little thing like this, but you don't need, because the ball already have the creases. Nice one. So as you can see, how this look inside of the bowl. So basically what you're gonna do now is get a fork, basically. Nice one. Then next thing is clean flame it. Put it back in your fridge for a nice good 10 more minutes. Nice one. As you can see, lovely quiche pastry. Put it in the fridge for 10 minutes until you're ready. Nice one. So first of all, I just take it back from the fridge, and now I'm gonna remove the cling film from it, just like this, guys. Okay, guys can see exactly the reason why I put it back in the fridge. That means when you're gonna bake it in the oven, you don't have a herbless pastry. So basically, that's why I cut out the grease-proof paper, as you can see. But what I'm gonna do, nice one, this piece underneath it like this, just to get the pastry on the paper on the right level. As you can see, nice one. I just want it to be covered the pastry, that means lovely. So basically, I'm gonna simple get some rice, which I'm already have already. This is the rice. Put the rice inside of it. You don't need to throw away your rice when you finish with it. Could have some more rice, but that's fine. So now we're gonna put it in the oven, and we're gonna bake this for roughly 15 minutes in your oven at gas mark 5 or 6. If you're using a different oven, 160 degrees is very good for it. For 15 minutes. 15 minutes, we're gonna take off the rice with the paper and put it back in the oven for about 2 more minutes. Enjoy the recipe. Nice one. I just take it from the oven, guys. So basically, this is what I keep my rice in. Alright, lovely. Let's take off some of the rice. So we're gonna move the grease-proof paper. Nice one. Lovely. So as you can see, oh, nice it is at the moment inside. I have a little crack right here, but that's fine. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it back in the oven for roughly about 3 to 4 more minutes, and that's it. Nice one. I just take it from the oven, guys, as you can see. Give it another 5 minutes. So now we're gonna put in all of our season and get it ready now. Basically, remember I told you I take off some spring onion and some mixed pepper. We're gonna put roughly half of this inside of it. Okay, it's a vegetarian quiche. one. Then we're gonna put some cheese. Some cheddar cheese. Nice one. The next thing, it's your milk and your egg, which you just whisk up. Take your time, pour it inside of it all over. Nice one. The rest of the veg, simple sprinkle on top of it. As you can see. Roughly, you might have said, how much cheese you use, Ricardo? As you can see, the first lot of cheese was 2 handfuls of cheese I use. Next, I'm gonna put 1 more handful on top of it. A little bit more. Nice one. Roughly 1.5 handful of cheese. Guys, that's a vegetarian quiche. So basically, as you can see, that's all of the ingredients inside of it. Now we're gonna put it in the oven now, guys, at the same temperature for roughly half an hour. If not, 25 minutes is good. If you take it out and check it, we will see how it is there. So we give it roughly half an hour in the oven. And a medium size heat, gas mark 5 or 6. If you're using a different kind of oven, 150 is good for it, or 165. Remember, put it in the middle of the oven, not on top shelf, in the middle of the oven for half an hour. Nice and lovely. So I just take it from the oven, guys, as you can see. Nice one. So basically, I just take it from the oven, guys, as you can see. When you know your pastry is cooked, you can see it really set. If you do a thing like this and it's shaking, that means it do not cook as yet. You have to put it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. As I say, 30 minutes is good for this one, which I make. So if you want me to request something about quiche, any problem, you can always ask me any question about the quiche. To make the pastry, all you need is 2.5 cups of plain flour and a teaspoon of salt and 3 tablespoons of water and 1 cup of butter. Basically, as you can see, how I made it in the video, guys, you can do this at home and make yourself a nice, lovely quiche like this. This is a vegetarian quiche. Next time I'm going to do the meat one. But basically, I want to simply say to you, you can buy the pastry at shop or supermarket also. So enjoy the recipe and please leave your comments. Thank you so much. Nice one. So as you can see, the pastry I just cut out a big slices. Basically, you have to put it down, make it very cool first, guys, before you can even cut it. Anyway, the quiche, you can have this with any salad, any kind of coleslaw, any kind of veg with it, guys, and it just goes really well with a nice glass of drink, any kind of drink you do like. But as you can see, this is just a vegetarian quiche. Hopefully you like the recipe. Please leave your comments and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching the cooking program. We got a lot more recipe coming out for you. Bye bye.